We are back. All hell is broken loose in the UFC, and we're going to talk about it today. See you in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Bill Jones, head instructor of top-level martial arts in beautiful downtown Cuyahoga Falls. Coming at you today with Mr. Edward Whitney. He's slightly above novice in all things. I completely screwed up your intro, Ed. I'm sorry.
No worries, man.
Also joining us for the podcast today, eating a sandwich, is Mr. Kendall Gage.
I'm not going to commit the sin of actually eating something while I'm on a mic.
Why?
Because it's bad.
Yeah, that's hated.
Nobody wants to listen to people eat.
You sure?
Yes.
You sure people don't like that?
I'm 100% sure. I don't even like you doing that right now.
Yeah, it does make me uncomfortable, too. I got to be honest with you. Quit doing that.
It's like watching Les Stroud. You ever watch Survivor, man?
I have.
Yeah.
Let me turn the phone. That way Ed doesn't feel like I'm stealing his mic.
Yeah, he likes to dominate the mic.
I dominate. I just think it's my personality, man.
It might be that. It could
I'm
be.
a dick.
You said it.
Wow, words hurt, man.
All right, man.
So how's life going for you, dude?
Life's going good. It's summertime in Ohio, man. It's hard to be in a bad mood.
All right.
Every year I go through this. Like in the wintertime, I hate this place. And I ask myself, why do I ever live here?
By this place, you mean Ohio?
Yes,
Yeah.
and then May comes, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. This is the greatest place on earth from like May until September.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah,
during
it's
that time.
amazing. But then,
Like I had some
comes.
friends a couple years ago. They came because like there's like Ohio's got like a lot of open air malls and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And we were visiting like downtown Kent and downtown Cuyahoga Falls, and in the middle of the summer it's like really nice.
Yeah.
Like you walk around, there's shops, there's people, there's everybody's smiling and says hello. And they were like, wow, this is a really nice area. And I go, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but you're visiting at the right time.
Yeah.
You visit in September, or we'll say November through March, and it is nothing but wet and gray.
And cold and just
Make no mistake,
windy.
it's not a winter wonderland.
No.
It's all slush and like wind that hurts your face.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
suspiciously strong wind.
Yes, blowing off of a frozen lake.
Yeah, just coming through corridors of buildings. That,
Yeah.
like it's terrible.
Yeah, but I honestly think that's what makes the summer so great.
Yeah.
Is because everybody gets trapped in the house for the winter. So once summer hits, we're all outside and just
Well,
happy to
you would
see
know, Ed.
everybody.
You're originally from Nevada, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, do people there appreciate the summer?
No.
They probably hate it.
I was going to say, they more appreciate the winter where I was at.
Like, oh, thank God it's winter. It's only 95.
Yeah, it's only 80 degrees today. Yeah, because we were in southern Nevada. Well, south central Nevada. And it was warm.
Yeah.
But,
Did
yeah.
you ever make a trip down to Death Valley? And I know that's in California.
I've never been there.
No, me either.
And-
Most people don't go there.
And the
turns
crazy
out.
thing is I never went to the Grand Canyon until Christmas time, and I
Yeah.
lived 50 to 100 miles away from it.
Yeah.
And never went there
It took you moving to Ohio
to appreciate
drive
what was
back
in my
to Nevada.
backyard. Yeah,
Yeah, but how old were you then?
I was not even in school yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That doesn't get. It's not
I
like
moved
you
to
had any
Ohio
control.
first grade, so
You didn't have any control over that.
There is a beautiful, beautiful like park very near where I live, like 15 minutes away from like where I live and every place I work. So it's like equidistant between all the places I spend my time. That's got the same name as me. It's Virginia Kendall. I'm Kendall. And I've only recently been there this year after having lived in the area my whole life and been to every other park within like a distance around me.
yeah, Virginia Kendall.
And it's
They got some
really
great
nice.
cliffs there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
It's like the Ohioans Grand Canyon. It's
Yeah.
not nearly so grand, but
It's not-
still pretty good.
It's slightly good.
Yeah.
Slightly good canyon.
Right.
So we had some craziness over the weekend.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
What a spectacle
we had this
that
big
turned
party
into.
we went to, and it was at this place called Waterworks,
Yeah,
and I got sunburned.
yeah. You're still sunburned.
It hurts.
What are we, about 5 days out and you're still burnt?
Yeah, it hurts like crazy, man. It's bad. It's probably gonna peel and be terrible.
All of the jiu-jitsu people who listen are cringing intensely right now because if you've ever had a sunburn under your gi,
Yeah, it's the worst.
and you
I
just,
literally
like,
put on my gi today, and the fold in the gi
yeah,
was
Yep.
putting enough pressure that it hurt extremely bad. I had to adjust the fold, like how like it doesn't, like how it sits kind of weird
Yep.
on the shoulders, like
Yeah.
Like that was enough pressure that I had to adjust it.
Yeah, so mine was nowhere near as bad as yours, but last night drilling, just my gi across my back, I could feel it. It was just, it was tough. Or not last night, that was Monday night. Last night wasn't too bad. It was no gi, so I had on a soft shirt. Yeah, so...
you had your rash guard and spats on, huh?
Yeah, you know me.
Ed wears like a rash guard, a long sleeve rash guard, and then he puts like 2 shirts over top of it. He's like the dad who won't take off his shirt in the pool. Because, and then...
Were you at Waterworks?
Oh, I wasn't staring at you, man.
Okay, good call. Good call. I was going to say, I was the dad who just doesn't care.
But, and anyway, you wear like the gi pants and kind of Eddie Bravo style.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Gi pants.
Kendall just trains naked.
That's true. When I can't find my singlet.
That's why me and Kendall never work no gi together.
Right, never.
Anybody wears that attire, I tend to avoid.
But anyway, that was craziness. Craziness.
Yeah, it's a good time, man.
No, but seriously, we had the UFC party.
That was a good time, too.
Well, I mean, like, it was not like we had a party. Like, we went to a party where the UFC was shown.
Yes.
It was in someone's home.
Yep.
I want to make that very clear.
Yeah.
On the interwebs. I don't want Dana White, like, busting down my door, accusing me of, like, stealing.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's got people for that. I don't think he'd get
You wouldn't get a Dana White, but you'd get a crony.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were definitely at somebody's house who purchased the UFC and allowed us to view it legally.
Yeah. But anyway, where the fuck was I going with that story? Oh yeah, it was a shit show.
It turned into a shit show.
But let's start with the first couple fights. So how'd like the night begin?
So it started off. I can't remember the guy's name now. Kickboxer. I can't think of his name now. But he ended up getting starched. He was like a 3-1 favorite. Ended up losing, so the card was off to an exciting start. And then it really slowed down once Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou got into the cage.
You know, it's funny. Like we skipped like 3 fights there.
Yeah, I think we skipped one.
Yeah, but anyway, So, here's what we'll do. We have some commentary on this fight.
Okay.
So I'm going to cut that in here very shortly. And Kendall, did you happen to see that fight? You weren't at the party. You didn't? Okay, well, we'll talk about it in a minute. But let's go ahead and just cut in now with the Ed and I pulled out the old podcasting equipment, and basically just talked our way through the fight. We announced it for you because the announcers don't do a good enough job of it.
And we apologize in advance for any of the drunken ambiance you may hear in the background.
Oh yeah, it was there were some crazy people.
They had some brews in them.
I mean, good for them. They were having a good time.
Yeah.
Do what you want. They were full-grown adults.
Yeah, I may have even had a half a beer myself.
Yeah, your wife had 1 or 2.
Yeah, she had a couple.
Yeah. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and cut that in now. So, Ed, we're watching the Ngannou-Lewis fight. What are your thoughts so far?
It's hard to say because I've been asleep the entire fight, so I don't know. I think we've had a total of 15 strikes, and we're third round. 15 strikes landed total between the two guys.
It sucks.
That is a special guest appearance from Mrs. Whitney.
No, we'll put it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, we're not cutting that out, by the way.
No.
You got to know my rules.
Yeah.
You're gonna talk, it's fine, but don't expect me to cut that shit out.
This is insanity. We got 2 minutes and 19 seconds to save the day.
Yeah, like and
this has been brutal.
I tell me if you agree. I feel like Ngannou looks like he's changed after Stipe.
Like he's afraid to get tired.
Yeah, he's afraid to get tapped. He's afraid to do anything. Like I mean, just like this is not who we're used to seeing. No. Boom! Oh, here we go. There's some. Oh, wait, no, never mind. They all backed off. It's cool.
And
don't worry, they're running away. They're back to the middle of the ring.
We had 3 punches thrown.
Yeah, 3.
That was the most dynamic
and a really shitty attempt at a takedown. All right.
The entire fight.
Good. Oh, wow. Bounced off the cage for no reason. There was no hit. There was nothing. All right.
This is absurd.
Okay, we got a lot of head weaving, a lot of walking side to side.
This is.
All right. Cool. All right.
Yeah, no. They just call it a draw. They're like.
So we've got the crowd not very happy about this.
No.
Oh, we had another really crappy attempt at a low punch. I don't even know what the hell it was.
Who knows?
He's tried like 3 really poor knee pick attempts.
Yeah, what's going on? Did they both get the flu?
They might.
This is insane.
And let's just say these are 2 guys I would never want to have to tangle with, but they look terrible in
These
this
are
fight.
knocking dead guys.
This looks like an amateur match. Oh, he is so glad he ducked and did that, whatever it was.
Wow.
Ngannou threw a high kick, and Derek Lewis, out of pure luck and circumstance, was going for what looked like he was bending over to pull up his pants, and just happened to get not hit.
I feel like they should both fall down in the rankings after this fight.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, like, it was so bad. Herb Dean actually had to be like,
He threatened them. He threatened to start taking points.
yeah, it was crazy.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I don't give a shit. Like,
I apologize about the background noise. We are
Live on
live on the scene.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. 17 seconds left in the fight.
All right, here it comes. They're going to save the day.
No, they're
Somebody's
not.
going to land a haymaker in the
So, I
final
mean,
10 seconds.
in my opinion, and you tell me if you're wrong, Derek Lewis is going to walk away with this fight, but it's because Ngannou refused to strike.
He refused to engage. This is insane.
Oh,
Now
now
you're going to punch him.
now you're
He
gonna
throws
hit.
his first strike after the bell rings.
That's crazy.
Yikes.
That was way more.
Wow.
That was terrible.
And Joe Rogan. To quote Joe Rogan.
Worst heavyweight fight ever. That's crazy.
Wow.
All right, guys. So,
It doesn't matter who wins.
yeah, well, yeah.
It doesn't.
It was a terrible fight. It's like I don't know. It's like winning fourth place or something. Yeah, I don't know. So, if you had to score this, what would you score?
Oh, it's 30-27 Derek Lewis, but I mean, it's wow. Derek Lewis is going to win 30-27, but I mean, it was a sleeper. He was the only one that did any significant damage of any kind.
If you want to call anything damage.
I mean, he landed a couple
It was
first
like
body kicks.
Yeah, a couple body kicks, and that was
And
it.
a leg kick. He landed one in each round.
And Ngannou looked straight up afraid, man.
Dude, I've never seen anything like this. He's done.
Like they're going out looking pretty. Yeah, here we go. Here we come. Oh, he's got his Powerade. At least he's got that.
Are we podcasting? Hi.
Yeah, we're podcasting.
What's up?
All right.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
All right.
All
Here
right,
we go.
The
Here we
most
go.
Unimportant decision in UFC history.
Literally.
Oh my goodness.
Most boring fight ever.
That's from the people, and we can't figure out why pay-per-view numbers are dropping.
Yeah. Shab was talking about that. Shab thinks they should go to a free model.
Should. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the Predator.
Well, he sucks. Where's his power hitting?
30-27.
Oh, don't be surprised. You suck.
Wow. Ngannou looks absolutely mentally defeated.
He looks broken.
Like, look, you can see it in his face.
What is going on?
You're not even going to interview him. Look.
Is Rogan going to interview him?
Maybe.
They have to, don't they? Unless there was like significant damage, right?
Yeah, unless they're concussed.
You suck so
Well, there.
All
I
right, we
don't.
still got this. At least
I don't
they're
think
in
there's-
their underwear.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We got
That's a
the.
strange touch.
We've got the UFC 3 with the odd choice of putting the two fighters in the underwear.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was. It wasn't even like.
And they were matching underwear.
Yeah,
at that.
they were like starter like spats that you would buy at like Walmart.
for sure.
They weren't even the Reebok brand. Oh, they did
right.
not interview them.
Nope.
That is insane.
That was Joe Rogan saving them from the crowd.
That's amazing. And we're back. So
Yeah.
hopefully you enjoyed that. That was just something a little different.
Yeah.
But anyway, so, I know Kendall didn't get to, for anybody who's not here, obviously I did not like just play that for everybody to hear, but,
Yeah.
so Kendall didn't hear any of our commentary. But long story short, it was a real snoozer of a fight.
Yeah, it was tough, man. Yeah, I think it turns out it was the second lowest production in a fight ever, in a
That makes
15-minute
sense.
fight. And the next, just to give you an idea how long ago, like Jens Pulver was involved in the fight that would have the lower output.
I don't even know who that is.
There you go. It was a long time ago, man. It was probably 10 years ago.
So I saw a fight once, and it was a while ago, and it was kind of like that. They're like the one guy chased the other guy, trying to get him to engage, but he just wouldn't engage. And at one point, even did like the arm, like the weird arm and hand over your face thing.
I remember that.
and like the guy wouldn't engage. And Dana White, like pretty much, like almost in the ring, was like, "Yeah, that guy will never fight again."
Yeah.
Like it was like crazy.
Yeah, it was a tough time, man. But at least Derek Lewis had an excuse.
What was his excuse?
He threw his back out at the very beginning of the fight.
Doing what?
Hey, good call. Doing what?
I mean, how many times have you injured yourself doing nothing at all?
Very good. He might have sneezed.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the biggest thing, like Derek Lewis threw a few attempts to knee pick.
Yep, he
And they
threw
were
some
not very
solid
good.
kicks, like a jump switch kick, and
Yeah, he was throwing some moves, but Ngannou really was.
afraid. He looked
And
afraid.
Kendall, you didn't get to hear the commentary, but it's something I mentioned in the commentary several times. Like he looked afraid.
Yep.
Right.
He looked changed.
So here's the crazy part. He actually came out and made a statement saying that was true.
Yeah.
That he carried fear in from the last fight.
Yeah. Well, he's got to get over it, man.
Yeah, you got to get over that quick.
He doesn't have a very long like career, does he?
No.
Prior to his entrance to UFC, he just kind of got ran up to the big leagues.
He sure did.
That's probably the difference that makes.
Yeah.
That's part of why we have an amateur version of most sports, is so that you can get ready for it.
Yeah.
With the exception of like, I don't know, LeBron James going straight from very little background to the deep end.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
That's
very
usually-
different, I imagine, dunking than getting punched in the face. by
Yes.
boxers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier when the guy's just trying to block your shot.
Yeah.
Instead of Derek Lewis kicking your head off.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm a believer that they need to shelter him because he still has
He's still a prospect.
incredible upside.
Yeah.
And heavyweight fighters are real hard to come by.
Right.
You think they should pat him up a little bit, give him
I
a couple
think so,
easy
man.
wins,
I really think so.
build him back up?
They should.
I mean, if you care about I guess there's a couple different ways to look at that.
And
So-
I'm just saying purely from a business standpoint
Yeah.
to benefit the UFC.
but I mean, if you care about your skilled fighters,
They
you know,
don't.
you
We
give
know
him
they
you
don't.
give him a few
Yeah.
easy fight. Well, I mean, they care about him in so much as he can put on a good show if he's throwing his uppercuts.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, they give him a few relatively easy fights,
Yeah, that's what they need to
and
do.
then you know, and I mean, if he loses again, he loses again. But
Right.
you know, you give him some guys you think are probably not going to lose to.
Favorable matchups.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, don't give him a rematch with Stipe right away.
Right.
Just, although, you know, who knows? We'll see what happens with Stipe. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
For a while there, that's like what they had Frank Mir for, because he was clearly past his prime. He probably wasn't going to become, you know, a title contender anytime soon. But when they had a young and up and coming guy, like, weird to pick him out for this, but Brock Lesnar, a guy that they knew people were going to want to see, but they didn't have like a yardstick for, they, you know, feed him Frank Mir for a while. And sometimes Frank won those fights, and sometimes he lost them. But like,
Yep.
I don't feel like we have a gatekeeper in the UFC heavyweight right now.
I don't think we have a lot of
Yeah.
gatekeepers in general.
Yeah, as far as like the heavyweights go, yeah. Like heavyweight and light heavyweight, man, it's tough.
Like, like, you know, you and I were talking, and you said there's like 500 people in the UFC.
Yeah, and I would bet the heavyweight and light heavyweight are the smallest.
Like,
by
how
far.
many heavyweight fighters can you think of?
that I could name?
Yeah.
Less than 20.
That many?
Yeah, I could probably do 20, but
I'm
I mean,
sure there's
That's a lot, in my
probably
opinion.
20, but
yeah, but I mean,
One
I think
thing
that's
you've
out
heard.
of the whole 500.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think that's a lot.
Yeah,
is Stefan Struve still in the UFC?
yeah,
Roy Nelson isn't.
no,
What happened to Roy?
He-
Bellator, or did he just
Yeah.
retire?
I think kind of both. I think
Both
he's,
of
or
them.
you know, he's in Bellator. He just fought in that
Yeah,
tournament.
yeah.
Yeah, he's in.
Did he ever
Bellator.
become the champ in the UFC?
Mm-mm.
No.
That's a shame.
No, he's one of those dudes though that if he could have just got in shape, he could have been.
A light heavyweight. He
Yeah.
could have been a middleweight, probably, with his
Yeah.
frame.
Yeah, he's only like 6 foot tall, 5'11".
But if he was a middleweight, he might not have been the best middleweight.
He might
And
not
then-
have had that power.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying, like, if he was anything but the best middleweight, not a lot of money there. But if he's the super fat heavyweight with the mullet,
Yeah,
that's a lot of fan recognition.
that's true. That's very true. Money wise, it probably did make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a sleeper of a fight. It's hard to even talk about it. Really, nothing happened.
I mean, like, I mean, we talked about it in the commentary. Like, just everybody looked afraid.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody, you know, there were a couple switch kicks, a couple jump kick attempts, but nothing really of note.
Nothing.
All
And,
right.
Derek Lewis ended up winning the decision, unanimous decision,
Yeah.
because at least he tried to engage. Ngannou, did Ngannou throw 10 punches the whole fight?
I don't think so.
I don't think he did. It couldn't have been more
He
than 15.
just backed up. I mean, it was Herb Dean actually had to split him up, right? I
Yeah,
mean, like,
I've never seen that before in the UFC. I haven't seen that since Pride.
and not only did he split him up, he was like, "Look, guys, don't make me get involved and have to start taking away points."
Yeah, don't make me.
Like how
decide
bad
this
is that
fight.
when Herb Dean
Yeah,
is saying that he's going to take away points?
Herb Dean got the fight bonus for that fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
How mad do you think Dana White was?
He was a little mad. He kind of put Ngannou down a little bit, saying that his ego got the best of him, and then he really just stuck up for Derek Lewis. It's like, Derek Lewis is funny, good on the mic.
He did kind of engage. I mean, Derek Lewis did kind of do stuff.
And he had a hurt back, at least according to him.
Well, that's still bullshit. But, I mean, whatever. Guys fight with hurt everything all the time.
Yeah. And he did.
Yeah. Anyway.
So
let's go ahead and switch to our commentary where we introduce and talk about the fight. So we're gonna introduce the fighters. We're gonna talk about the next fight.
Before you do that, let me make a disclaimer. I misspoke. I told you Daniel Cormier was an Olympic medalist.
Yeah,
and I was wrong.
Okay,
he was a 2-time Olympian. He was not a medalist.
Oh, what a pussy then.
Yeah. So I just wanted to clarify that because I remember saying that Saturday.
Okay,
and then when I was driving home, I'm like, that's not true. Why did I say that? So
basically, Ed thinks that DC is a 7-time Olympic gold medalist in swimming. All right, guys, without further ado, here is... Oh, it was gymnastics?
Gymnastics.
Rhythmic.
Okay.
Rhythmic gymnastics.
He throws the ball up in the air and spins it around.
It's actually a hoop.
Synchronized swimming.
There's a bunch of options when you're doing rhythmic.
He does them all.
There's a ball. There's a
stick with
fucking
twirlies on it,
tether on it or something.
Yes, twirly stick.
Yeah, it looks like a streamer, like you'd hang at a party.
Yep.
All right.
Props.
So, without further ado, here is the heavyweight championship fight.
Look at that belly.
Oh man, Daniel Cormier looking less fit than normal.
Yeah, not quite so svelte.
This is what you were talking about. Like you said, he was walking. He normally walks around at what? What do you think?
240.
Yeah,
pretty close to 250.
What did he weigh in at?
246.
Nice.
Yeah, he was heavier than Stipe.
He did not have to worry about it at all.
Yep.
So,
They're on their podcast.
so we got Daniel Cormier entering the ring.
He's actually a friend of his, so.
Nice.
So he's going to be emotionally invested.
He's very emotionally invested.
Nice.
I'm strong style.
Nice.
I'm OG, I'm one
Stipe.
of the originals.
I know.
Stipe's a badass, man.
I know he does. I don't blame him. I'd be proud too.
Stipe's her uncle.
Nice.
Marcus is her uncle. Actually,
Nice.
Marcus is her godfather.
Marcus
Stipe's
Crawford?
coach. Marcus Martinelli.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Stipe's coach. Marcus Crawford trains with strong style.
Yeah, no, he's Team SAS.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. But, yeah, so. Nice.
Here we go.
All right, so.
Tattooed on her back. I was the third one to have the tattooed on her back.
Nice.
He's actually pretty cool.
I'm sorry, yeah, this is what I do.
I was gonna say, I know she's not impressed, but he's pretty cool.
No, she is.
It's pretty cool.
Marcus fucking baptized
All right,
her,
so-
she is.
Right now, Daniel Cormier is spitting into a bucket and just
Got
coming
a little
in.
back fat going on too.
We got,
Good for DC.
we got some on the floor cuddling going on.
They're praying.
They're praying?
Yeah,
For what?
Stipe and his health and
What's that
DC's
gonna
health.
I think God's got better things to do than worry about two guys who agreed to get in a ring and fight.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
And we're out.
That'll piss some people off.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my feelings on that. And I have not had one drink.
No?
No.
I had a half of one.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I hope the guys are healthy. I hope they do great.
Me too.
But when you agree to get in there and smash your faces in, something, I don't know. I guess it's okay. He's not doing it for himself. You know, it's other people.
Yeah, he just wants him to be safe. That's fair. Look at that belly.
All right.
Daniel Cormier. Look at that belly.
Dude, Cormier's built like me,
I
man.
told you.
Damn.
He's got dad bod.
I don't feel so bad about the pool today. Of course, Oh, look, he's
hiking them shorts
Nice.
trying to hide that belly.
he's looking like an
Why the
old.
hell you want to do that?
I know.
Did you see that weigh-ins?
Yeah.
He was like,
He looks like an old, tiny, out of shape, in shape guy.
But I'm always the one that tells you, you've got the thunder and the lightning, man.
Yeah.
Those legs, they wrap.
Talking about my 28-inch thighs.
no, you get ready,
The
you're going to
thunder and the lightning.
Nice.
Tallulah and Tefillah.
I was meant to be Polynesian.
Nice.
Yeah. More like,
All right. So here we go. We're gonna do a pause.
Samoan.
That's what I mean. That's the same.
Yeah.
Same.
All right. I got to hear you say it.
I already put it on the record.
All right. So you're saying, so guys, we're back. And Ed is saying, what are you saying?
I'm saying DC rear naked choke third round.
Oh, you think DC's taking it?
I do.
Oh, man. That hurts.
But
Hey, there he
I picked
is.
against Stipe the last 6 fights. He's won every one.
Look
of
at
them.
Pablo right there, man.
Yeah, Pablo Castro,
Yeah.
local jiu-jitsu legend.
And some other guy walking behind him looking like he's the one who's going to fight.
He looks intense. Stipe looks chill. He's doing what he does.
Chewing gum.
Wonder if it's nicotine gum. I like to think so.
I doubt it.
I know.
All right.
Funny stat I found out.
Okay.
5 to 7% of UFC fighters smoke cigarettes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually lower than I expected.
Really?
Yeah.
No. I thought it'd be a lot. I thought it'd be next to 0.
But I mean, 5 to 7% is pretty close to 0. What is that? 10 of them?
Well, there's about 500 guys. About
They
25
have
people.
500 fighters?
Yeah.
No way.
Yep. At least.
Whoa.
I think they carry a roster right around 500 fighters.
Holy shit. I never would have guessed that. All right, guys. So we've got Stipe Miocic coming into the arena. He's going to spit in a bucket probably.
Got a bucket spit.
It's gonna get rubbed down.
Big M. That's what we call it.
We got a guy. All right. Oh, gave this guy a key to wear.
I think that was a cross.
Oh, okay. Cool. There we go. Took the gum out. This is riveting commentary, by the way.
It is. There's not much to commentate on.
Yeah, not yet. But
right.
oh, here we go. It's getting rubbed down, getting a little Vaseline on the eyes and the face.
You're good.
All right.
The ambiance makes it.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to pause again and bring it back when some action happens. All right. Okay, so the tail of the tape is up. What do we got, Ed? What am I looking
We
at?
got Stipe with a gigantic reach advantage. 80 to 72.5.
Wow.
He can just.
You could just stand outside range and just tap him.
But the only
Can we
You think
swear on
that?
this?
You think? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's called badass mofo range.
all right. Like I said,
I'm just saying.
So she asked if she could swear and then said "badass mofo."
Yeah.
Has she not listened? She's not listened to the podcast.
obviously.
I haven't. I'm terrible.
It's okay.
You are at my house, and I will furnish you with beverages.
Thanks.
All right. All right.
All right, let's
I
get
will
it
make
going.
up
So-
for my.
So you think that reach advantage is what why he's able to sometimes tag people and it
I don't
looks
know if
so
he necessarily has that reach advantage against everybody else.
well. Obviously, it depends,
Yeah.
but I mean that's pretty significant.
Yeah, he's got long arms.
And I mean that could be a product of why DC drops into the weight class that he normally does.
Well, rumor has it DC dropped because he didn't want to fight Kane, who's his training partner, who was heavyweight champ at the time.
Okay.
And that's why he was willing to come back up now because Kane's
Yeah,
quasi
but also like you get longer the more weight you lose, right? Like you're going to be because he's not a very tall guy.
I think we got to talk about the most compelling storyline of the night. Brock Lesnar sitting cage side
Oh,
and Machine Gun Kelly,
who's Machine Gun Kelly?
local Cleveland rapper.
Oh, okay, cool,
He's always balls deep in everything Cleveland.
nice.
Yeah.
Where's this? This is taking place in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they got Brock sitting cage side. I feel like he's calling out the winner.
You think so?
I do.
Does he have the right to do that? I mean,
Not really.
although
but-
after the boring ass fucking fight we just watched for #1 contender.
Yeah, right. I'd
Maybe he
rather
does.
watch Brock fight than either one of those two. And we already seen Stipe and Ngannou, and that was a slaughter fest.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, they're
Here
introducing
we go.
people. We will come back to you when the fight begins.
Right here.
We'll talk to you soon.
Go. This can't.
All right, guys, it's happening. It's happening.
Let's go.
DC looking thick.
Stipe looking like Stipe. Just chill.
Stipe looking like your average dude.
Getting ready to
You
put
might-
in work.
You might see like wave across the street to your neighbor as he mows his grass.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you're an in shape neighbor.
Yeah. That one
But-
neighbor you don't want to tangle with.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, here it is. Their hands are up. They are fighting, my
I
friends.
feel like the range is going to be the most compelling aspect of the
Yeah.
fight.
I can
Who
see them
controls the
feeling
range?
each other out a little bit. Oh, Stipe reared up like a praying mantis for a second. Thought he was gonna do something.
I just don't want Stipe kicking. I don't want him giving that leg to DC.
Oh, he's controlling the range. Here we go. Stipe controlling the inside.
All right.
Well.
Oh, he cracked him. A
Oh.
little bit.
There it is again.
Don't get caught in that clinch, Stipe. DC's ducking in recklessly.
Oh, that was a nice leg kick, though.
It was.
Kick him, Stipe.
Oh,
nice
uppercut from DC.
Get him.
I don't like Stipe being in this clinch.
I don't either.
Let's get off this.
He's leaning on him, though. And as heavy as DC came in, leaning on him might not be the worst idea.
Oh, he takes DC down.
Stipe with the takedown. DC trying
Yeah, but DC's got the aggressive headlock.
Yep. Oh, nice uppercut. Uh-oh, DC looks panicked. The fact Stipe just took him down.
I mean, I think you take one or two of Stipe's hands, and you're going to be panicked too.
I think DC's got that look in his eye.
Come on,
DC.
Come on.
DC's going, holy shit, what I do?
Yeah. He does. After that takedown, his
No,
face
I think he's
expression
back
changed.
now. I think he's back now. He's back in it, but he was out of it for not like I think he was mentally out of it for a second. He was thinking about it. I think he's back in the mental fight game.
I feel like Stipe leaning on him like this is good for Stipe.
Little dirty boxing
Nice
going on,
knee.
Randy Couture style.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, this
Keep
is
those
nice.
coming.
Here we go. But we both know it just takes one or two good ones,
Yeah.
and it's over.
Or just fucking score on the break.
Here we go. I like this. Just make him tired. Make that big guy tired. Oh, nice knee. He's thinking about that. He's thinking about it.
Uh-oh, DC just got caught a little bit.
DC shook it off though. He kind of was like, "Oh, that ain't nothing."
Yeah, usually when people do that, that
Every
means it
time you
hurt.
get hit, you shake it off because you know you got hit.
Yeah. What about all those other punches that landed he didn't shake off? That didn't look. Oh, shit.
He's using that reach.
Oh,
Oh,
he just cracked him.
nice.
Come on, Stipe. There we go. Lean on the big fella.
There we go. Stipe once again on the cage. He's got to be careful letting.
Yeah,
Don't let him have that.
Yep, dig for those underhooks.
By that I mean I don't mean don't let DC have those underhooks on the cage.
Nice knee.
Nice knee.
Nice.
DC is taking some punishment
Yeah,
here
he is.
early.
This is-
Middle of the
exactly
first round, and DC's taking punishment.
DC just landed a Chris
Oh,
jab and a
nice.
leg
He's
kick.
got two nice leg kicks in.
Yeah.
Oh, traded it right back. Not bad.
Kick.
Oh,
DC's
he's finding his range.
Yeah. Yeah, DC's clipping him.
so
Oh, good elbow by
there
the
it is.
champ.
There it is.
Don't underestimate
Good things
him.
going on. Good things going on. Champ looking good, looking strong. Oh, that was a nice hit too.
He's hitting him with that 1-2,
Yeah.
just that basic.
Straight down the
1-2.
pipe,
Yep.
man. Straight down the pipe. Basics.
But
But DC's doing good too, man.
Oh!
Oh, DC just landed two nice, a
Stipe's
nice
hurt.
one too.
No, he ain't.
Boom. Here we go. Now they're measuring it out again.
Protect your freaking
DC's got like a Muay Thai stance almost. Oh, we got what looks like an eye poke, maybe? Eye poke?
I think it was a
Timeout?
toe. I feel like it was a toe
Was it a toe?
on that kick.
I'm sure we'll see the replay here soon. Let's see what happens. Hey, we're about to see the replay
Let's see
here.
here. Oh. Yeah, he just poked him.
Oh,
right in the eye.
just a straight poke to the eye.
He stuck his thumb in his eye.
He did that on purpose.
That looked kind of on purpose.
That was totally.
It looked like a bit of an eye rake.
Yeah, what was that?
I think he's just throwing relaxed hands, and that happens
Maybe.
sometimes. He was out of range.
I don't like the way Stipe's letting Daniel get inside of the range, like
Yeah,
control the range.
well,
like
I
this.
think that like Muay Thai style stance is throwing him off. Yeah, he's not used to people
there's
holding their
that
hands
leg
out
kick.
wide.
There we go, Stipe. That'll keep him out of that range.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there we go.
I feel like Stipe he's just got to take this to the second or third round, and this is going to be his fight.
Tie kick, bro.
Nice.
Come on, Stipe.
I don't like this trade. Fest.
Oh,
This is
man.
risky business.
Oh, I don't like this open. Oh, it's over. It's over.
Oh no! Right
Stipe
elbow.
goes down.
Caught him with a right elbow.
Stipe goes down, man. That was what you were just saying. You didn't like the trading, man.
I didn't like the way he was letting him in that striking distance.
And what happened was he let him get into a clinch in the open ring, and as he backed out, he didn't even realize what happened either. Wow.
He just let him get inside.
So Daniel Cormier now has 2 belts. Is that right?
He sure does.
Wow. That's crazy, man. Man. Well, listen to everyone out at Strong Style. We're really sorry to hear about that, but we love you guys still. We love Stipe, representing Cleveland, doing amazing things.
Facts.
And congratulations to DC.
Yeah.
All right, guys, back to the irregular podcast. All right, we are back. What a shocker, man.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I'm a big Stipe fan, man. That was tough to watch. I mean, if he had to lose, I don't know if there's a better guy to lose to than Daniel Cormier, because he just comes across as all-around good dude.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was tough. Yeah, it was tough being in that room. Seeing it coming.
Yeah, well, you know what, though? I mean, he was dealing damage. It was back and forth, but it's like you always say, and I'll give you all the credit for that. You're always like, the first guy to land a big punch, it's over. That's who wins. And this time it was DC.
Yeah, and the problem, and I think in the commentary, I don't remember if I said it or not, but shortly before that, I was talking about how Stipe was letting DC control the distance.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was the deciding factor.
Well, according to Cormier, that was his plan. That was all game plan, was get him in the clinch and hit him on the way out.
And the biggest problem that I think happened is Stipe had so much success early. I don't know if you remember, but Stipe took him down relatively easily.
Yeah.
And DC had this kind of baffled look on his face when he came up. And then, who expected Daniel Cormier to win by knockout? I know I certainly didn't.
Yeah.
I kind of expected him to clip him and then finish him with rear naked choke. That's what I figured would happen.
Think of what that says for the quality of DC's punches, though, in terms of accuracy and power. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Because a short list of people who punched Stipe but did not knock him out.
Yep.
Alistair Overeem.
Ngannou.
Werdum.
There was more.
He's eaten a lot of shots.
Stefan Struve did knock him out, didn't he?
Yeah.
But
That's a weird case.
Yeah, but there was a list of 15 guys that just knocked people dead, and Stipe ate those.
Right.
But then DC just clipped him right on the tip of the chin.
Right.
Now, I will say, Stipe talked about it a little bit afterwards, and did you hear about any of that?
Which?
I guess his wife's having a baby.
Yeah.
Had a baby that
That's
just recently.
A bunch of the promotional stuff.
So congratulations to him and everything. But like you said, that was in his head and stuff.
Yeah. Well, life's still good. You know what I mean? If you're Stipe Miocic, life's still really good.
Yeah.
Beautiful wife, baby on the way. I think he made $750K for that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And you never know, because it's not like I saw it in an interview, but the way it was written and the way the quote was presented, it made it sound like he didn't even care.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's bullshit.
I think
you should care about if you win or lose, or have something to say about it.
He does.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like what we always wanted Ronda Rousey to do.
Yeah.
Just come out and be like, yeah, he was the better man that day. I got cracked. And I think he actually said those words. You know what I mean? I got beat. What do you want from me? I got knocked out.
It's pretty much a knife fight at him.
In my underwear.
I want him to cry.
The first one to land.
I'm kidding.
I got knocked out in my underwear in front of millions of people. What do you want me to say to you?
Underwear?
Do you know what I mean? What do you want me to say?
Oh, man. What I want is someone to make a meme of Stipe in his underwear getting knocked out. like whitey tighties.
I mean, we could probably find out where he's at if you want to go find him. Tell him to get in his underwear and fight. No?
No. I'm just saying, what you do is you just someone needs to meme that. That's all.
But I mean, and
then it can just be like Stipe got knocked out in his underwear. It'll just say, that'll be the quote, and I'll just say Ed Whitney underneath it.
Yeah.
And then it'll have my quote being like, "Hey Ed, that's not very respectful."
To quote Joe Rogan, it's a highly competitive game with dire physical consequences. And when you lose, I mean, what I don't know what he could say. He could make a million excuses and blame whatever his coaches, or could just own it and say, I got punched in the face. I went to sleep. I woke up and I made.
He was confused a little bit when he woke up. He was like, "What? It's over?"
He shoved the ref. Did you see that?
Yeah,
because
he's like, "Yeah, man, it's over. You're out, dude."
Yeah, dude, you got punched in the face like
it's
5 times.
It's always interesting to watch people after they wake up. They never know what's going on.
Yeah, I think we've told our knocked out stories on here before.
Yeah.
But so that was.
But that was great. But I'll say this: it was a good fight.
Yep.
It went well without incident.
Two great guys.
Really, the story about this is the bullshit that happened afterwards.
Jesus.
And,
the shenanigans.
Oh my God, there was so much kayfabe going on. It was unreal. That is a wrestling term for anybody who doesn't know about the fakeness that goes on in wrestling. Like that's the shenanigans that they, when two guys pretend to hate each other or they pretend they're injured or that's called kayfabe. And it was so fucking painted on. Like DC's in the middle of his interview and he's like, let me get this. I lost a lot of respect for DC because he participated in that, by the way.
Yeah.
I hope he gets the shit kicked out of him by Brock Lesnar.
Emil Fisher said this online, so if I'm stealing this from him, I just want to give him credit. But Brock beats DC, Stipe beats Brock. There's our traditional phone.
Traditional phone call.
Got to take that, like always, right in the middle of the podcast.
And we're back.
That's so embarrassing, but it's so typical for us. I almost feel like we got to leave it
It's
in
impossible
there now.
to do it. Yeah, it's just our thing.
Yeah.
People probably think I'm like calling our phone.
That's what happens when you try to do a podcast at work.
Yeah.
And there's phones all around you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares. But I want to see Brock beat DC and then Stipe beat Brock. I think that would be the perfect storyline. And Stipe would make a boatload of cash.
I for one, don't think Brock Lesnar has any business being in the UFC.
Oh, I don't either.
And I'll say, and like he's a former champ, right?
Yep.
So,
he was UFC champ.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
like three
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
He defended it a lot, actually.
No,
But
once.
He
at
beat
least.
Shane. He beat Frank.
Yeah,
and he took it from Randy Couture, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. So he defended it twice.
Yeah. Because he defended it one less than Stipe.
Yep.
But anyway, my problem with it is this. We either do care about steroids in the UFC or we don't.
And we clearly.
I want to know if there's any human being on this earth who is, if I had their honest opinion in a closed room, they were, they didn't want to worry about libeling or anything like that, would ever say, no, of course Brock Lesnar is not on steroids.
I mean, he got dramatically popped for his last one when he fought.
Yes, he is clearly on steroids.
Yes.
He has always been on steroids.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yep.
Like, why is it okay?
I don't know, man.
Why don't we just bring John Bones Jones back? Bones Jones.
Yeah, if anybody should be pissed through all of this, it should be John Jones.
I
Because
mean,
in my opinion, Brock is more known for steroids than John Jones.
by far, the
Do you
guy
know
is
what I
a
mean? Yeah.
monster.
Yeah, he's.
And great. We've said it in the past. Do steroids, do what you want, but don't do steroids and then get into a position where you're allowed to injure a human being.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that's not okay, especially when let's be honest, DC and Stipe are not on steroids.
Yeah, it would appear definitely not.
And really, the only chance they have against Brock Lesnar, in my opinion, is to get on him.
I disagree. I think DC's got this fight.
Yeah, Kendall's convinced DC's going to just mop the floor with him.
I mean, I know earlier this is going to
Right.
contradict what I said earlier, but I hope you're right.
Right.
I don't want Brock to win, but
You'd like it to be some kind of crazy double knockout.
yeah, I just don't like the fact that DC, someone who I kind of respected, participated in the shenanigans he participated in.
Right.
I don't think there's anything respectful about it. I think it and like a lot of I made a rant about this and posted it on the Facebook page, but I feel like it really degrades the sport.
Yes.
And a lot of people were like, well, it's a business. They don't care about that. I'm like, but they should, because that's where sports make money. They have to be respectable. There's a reason that basketball makes everybody wear suits. There's a reason that everybody has to present themselves in a certain way for football and baseball. And it's because that's what people want. And they're selling fewer tickets. And I know they had record sales and shit last year, or record profits, but I'm telling you, they're on a bubble. They're on a bubble with all these TV deals, and that shit's going to go away. And they're going to realize that who they really make their money on is the fans. And if they're screwing up their fan base. Let's
look at it purely from a selfish standpoint. How much money do you think that shove made DC?
None.
I disagree emphatically. Like, I would say it was probably $1 million push.
I don't think so.
I bet that made him $1 million more just from the hype that's going to come around with the pay-per-view.
Here's the other side of that. Brock Lesnar, is he even currently a fighter?
No.
He's been in USADA since like July 1st or something. So he's been a fighter.
So he's contracted by the UFC. That's fine.
Right.
Why is it okay for him to run up into the cage and assault somebody, but it's not okay for Conor McGregor to assault people? This is my problem with this whole thing.
I'm with you.
He literally assaulted DC. Now, let's be real. It was a shove.
Yeah.
DC smiled and laughed about it and said, you shoved me now, I'll knock you out, or I'll put you out later.
Yeah, you're going to sleep for that later.
It's not like he wants to file assault charges. I get it.
Right.
But the point is, it's not okay. It's not okay. This isn't the WWE.
It's not.
This, what if Ben Roethlisberger were to get on the bus for whoever the hell the Browns quarterback is and walk on their bus and shove the Browns quarterback? That's a sport. It's a legitimate sport. It would not be okay.
It would not be okay.
It is not okay to do that.
That's not my argument. I'm not arguing that it's okay.
But it is mine, and I think that I don't think the man should be allowed to be fighting.
Yeah, I've conceded that
until
argument.
he's been off of steroids for years.
Yeah, that's the problem in my opinion. It's the steroids. There's no way he can be clean in 6 months. You know what I mean? There's going to be lasting effects 6 months
without
later.
a doubt, man.
Yeah, come on, man. There's no way.
Yeah, I mean it can go away over time, but once you've had like a 700-pound bench press,
yeah,
a lot of that doesn't go away.
Not right
not
away,
real quick.
No, I think it changes like bone density and shit when you do steroids too.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into all that, but
it was
just
a fucking shit show.
It's messed up. The whole thing, everything about it was messed up.
And we knew it was coming as soon as we seen Brock. Sit next
but
to
you know
the
what I
cage.
thought? I thought it was going to be like a dumb call out.
That would have been cool.
I thought he was like going to
stand by the cage and point.
Yeah, that's what I expected. I expected Brock to stand up, point at him, and be like, "I'm going to get you, asshole! I'm going to get you."
Yep.
But he comes in there. He calls he calls Stipe a piece of shit. He calls
that was so
Derek
classless.
Lewis and Ngannou a piece of shit. Like,
for what?
What are you in? Where are you?
Yeah, what are you doing?
And it's not even like you're on your own like Twitter page or whatever saying this.
Yeah.
Like this is you in the ring. Yes. This is the voice of the UFC right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
That was.
Did they publicly put any of that down?
What do you mean?
Did Dana White come out and say, "Hey, that was not okay that he did that"?
Nope.
Not what we do here.
So it tells me that's how the UFC feels about their
Frankly, Dana
former
White's
champion.
like, yes, that's the fight we're going to make. That's actually what he said in response to it. My biggest problem with it was the Stipe comment and the Ngannou comment.
Yeah. So, but I mean, the fact that they didn't put it down says that they don't disagree with it. Like they do think they're pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And they're just going to trample on them however they want.
Yeah.
And Dana White's never really cared about Stipe anyway.
Yeah. That's kind of true. Yeah, it was another dark day, another black eye for the sport.
Yeah.
And it's tough because, like I said, it was such a success story.
I want the sport to go away now. I mean, or to get more, to have someone else take it over. I want UFC
I don't want
to
it to
go down.
away. But, there's a reason why I always watch Pride. Every time we talk about Bellator, I always try to talk about them in a positive light. Yeah, it's because of my disdain for the UFC and their treatment of people. I mean, it's not good.
Well, I mean, and this shit didn't go on to this level before these new owners.
Nah, right.
Like, it seems like it's gotten worse.
Yeah, I think so.
They've got a lot of money to pay back to make it back on their investment. So they're just trying to.
Well, I mean, they've overpaid.
Yeah.
By a lot, in my opinion.
Definitely did. Yeah, so there's that.
Right.
And then the other dark story from UFC this weekend was Max Holloway. Did you see what happened to him?
No, what happened?
So he was out with...
I knew he had a concussion.
That's what they said. Yeah, he got pulled for concussion-like symptoms. Mm-hmm. What's trickling out now is that he had essentially a stroke from water poisoning, from water loading before the weight cut. So, yeah,
more weight cuts.
That,
that's really great for you.
That's where I was going with this, actually. Fucking weight cutting has to be fixed. We have to figure it out. The NCAA figured it out a decade ago.
Right.
Let's figure it out for the UFC.
Now, what's the NCAA do?
Don't they do like same day weigh-ins, like an hour before the matches or something?
I have no idea.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's like an hour before you weigh in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, the model's there.
Realistically, the way I'd like to see it done, they're already like having random drug screenings and stuff like that anyway. I think it'd be cool if they went in, they're like, oh, we're also going to weigh you. And if you're more than 10% away from the weight you're supposed to be at, we're going to fine you $100. Or whatever the number that makes sense is.
But
just be close to your weight all the time.
That could penalize a guy just for getting heavy in the off season.
10%'s a lot, man. For me to put on 10% of my body weight at 170, I'd have to put on 17 pounds.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of UFC fighters, do you know what I mean? 17 pounds is nothing.
Well,
that's the point, though, isn't it?
But
yeah. But yeah, I'm just saying, I feel like the easiest solution is you just weigh in an hour before the event starts.
I'm a fan of that. Is that basically what you fight at is your walking weight?
Yeah.
That's your real weight.
And the reality is we'll get better fights because guys won't be going to death's doorstep 48 hours before they get in a cage fight. And I mean, somebody's going to die. That's what happened in the NCAA. That's why they changed it. Notice you haven't seen Max Holloway do an interview because I've heard these symptoms are lasting. They're talking it might be a year before he fights, if ever.
Right.
From water loading.
That's crazy, man.
It's just insane.
Well, I hope he's okay.
I do too, man.
I don't know much about him, but I don't want anything bad to happen to any of the fighters.
No.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Yeah. It's I don't know, something just has to be done.
Well, yeah, I mean, there needs to be a lot of changes, and so I mean, some of this. I mean, I know they have the unified rules, but I mean, some of these things just need to be better regulated.
Yeah,
some of them need to be self-regulated. I get, but I feel like they're following the wrong models.
Yeah,
I think they're following the models of the WWE, which is simply an entertainment thing.
Well, I mean, the reality is there is no model for them. They need to create their own model because boxing doesn't have it down either.
There's sports models out there.
Sports-wise,
the NBA, the NFL, the NHL,
that model, definitely.
MLB. I mean, all these are
right, but they don't have the same kind of local patriotism that team sports have. There's a lot of Cavs fans out there who do not care about the Cavs if they didn't live in Cleveland. Period. If they just grew up a couple of cities over, they're in Pittsburgh, they'd never care about Cleveland sports at all. You don't really get that same thing. I like Stipe because he's from close to the same area I am. But if you ask me to name every fighter on the UFC's roster who's from the Cleveland area, I can name maybe one other, right? And after that, I'm all out of it. And honestly, if I didn't like the guys fighting, I wouldn't care, right?
Yeah, but I don't think that has anything to do with how you have your fighters present themselves or and they have that kind of control. I mean, they can control what they wear in the ring. They can control what they wear up to these interviews. They can control the way that they present themselves. If you're in the NFL and you swear and stuff on the podium during an interview, you get fined for that. That is not okay. And I'm not saying that all swearing needs to go away. I'm not, but there needs to be a line, and there is no line right now. That's my problem. Brock Lesnar literally walked in the ring, assaulted 4 people, said what he wanted, did what he wanted, and the UFC said nothing about it because they know it's going to make him money.
Yeah.
Guess what? That fight's still going to make him money if all he does is stand out at the side of the ring and point and talk shenanigans.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to come in pushing Joe and pushing, and it's not even that he pushed Joe, because I don't think Joe gives a crap either.
Right.
But there were the guys wearing red, what are they? They're just
security
and stuff. He's shoving them out of the way.
Yep.
And the cameraman, that guy has nothing to do with it. The cameraman's we have a dad who trains here who's a cameraman for, does a lot of Browns games and stuff. I'm not going to put his name out there, but the point is, if someone went and shoved the mic in his camera, I mean, that could hurt his eye and stuff. It's just not okay.
Yeah, there's real life consequences to this stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of being glossed over.
I mean, I'm never going to pay money for that kind of thing.
No,
never. And I'm the guy they want. I'm the middle-aged man who has the $70 at any given time to buy a fight.
Yep.
And I'm never going to do it.
Yeah, you're the guy they're trying to get in because I'm going to watch the fight regardless.
Yeah, you're the guy who just loves fights.
I'm that 15% guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are.
I'm the reason their fights are dropping.
Yep.
Is because their sales of PPVs are dropping.
Yep.
But are you going to watch? When's the last time you actually paid to watch a UFC?
Let me think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I mean, in fairness, I went to a person's house that paid for it.
Yeah, I'm not saying you stole it. I'm just saying you didn't pay for it. One person paid for it, and 12 people went and watched it just because they happened to have it.
Yeah.
Would you have paid for it otherwise?
That's one I might have paid for.
You might have.
Because it was a compelling fight.
Not
because there was, there wasn't the storylines and all this. It was just, it was a compelling fight.
Yeah, and hopefully there were going to be 2, but unfortunately Max Holloway.
Yeah.
Actually 3, because Ngannou and Lewis was going to be a good one
could
too.
Have been good.
It should have been. It just wasn't.
But, it's just, there's a big problem. It's a big problem in my opinion.
I agree with that.
It needs fixed.
The fundamental point you're trying to make, I agree with. That, there's a huge problem that needs addressing. But I'm going to throw you guys a curveball. Let's change subjects a little bit.
All right.
So, what are your thoughts on Elon Musk?
I don't know much about him.
Okay. That's not very compelling commentary. I should have gave you a heads up beforehand.
Yeah, thanks.
And the reason I ask is because he was trying to build some capsule to rescue those kids.
Yeah.
Did you see any of that?
The soccer team.
Yeah. Which they got out, I guess.
Yeah, they got him.
Yeah, I guess they got all the kids out
It wasn't
safely.
easy, but they
Yeah.
got him. So what's your...
Well, I just wanted to hear your thoughts on him. Because in my opinion, he's
he's a super genius, right?
Yeah, he's basically like... I picture myself, if I was a billionaire, I'd want to be like that. Like the real life Tony Stark. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't know that he's the best engineer in the world, and I don't think he's the richest guy in the world, but I think he's got the right combination of
Both.
money to do stuff and ambition and ability to do stuff.
Okay. Because what made me think of it is...
Now, which company does he run? Is he SpaceX yeah, okay.
and Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla, yeah, okay.
And then he's getting ready to build those tubes under LA where you can drive your car down into them and they like shoot you across the city. And so, I mean, I don't know. I just thought you'd have more thoughts on him.
I don't
I'm
really
sorry.
pay attention much to it. You would have had to give me some heads up.
Yeah, I just want to throw a curveball.
I mean, I've heard
Marshall
nothing
Farms.
bad about him.
Well, that's actually what made me bring it up is I heard him bashing him in the media because he was trying to build this capsule
Right.
to go get the kids, and they didn't get it done in time, and they got the kids out. But the media is basically bashing him that it was just like a publicity grab, him trying to build this capsule.
See, that's an unfair way to do it, though, because either he doesn't attempt it,
Yeah,
and that doesn't make him a good guy,
Yeah, you
or he
can't
does
do that.
attempt it, and that doesn't make him a good
The
guy.
media is so crazy these days anyway.
Yeah.
Like you're, depending on who you, it doesn't matter what you do.
Right.
Let's say I eat this sandwich in front of me, which is, by the way, Kendall's sandwich.
Yeah, which I'm not eating.
One media outlet is going to be like, hungry man finally manages to find a meal.
yeah.
Right.
And then, another one's going to be
Greedy
like,
American.
greedy white man takes sandwich.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Ignoring
not
the
going
fact
to
that
be
I'm
like,
also a greedy white man.
it's not like any of them are going to be like, hey, this dickhead took that dickhead's sandwich,
Yeah, exactly.
which is really what happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I wish so Spectrum, that's our internet provider in the area.
Yeah.
Basically gave us free cable for 2 years.
Oh, cool.
And I'm half tempted to call and tell them to shut it off because that's all you get is just bombarded with propaganda, and it's like, I don't know. It's hard to sit through sometimes. But I just want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough about the situation, or when it came out, or when he started trying to do it, or anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like he gets enough publicity like that.
Yeah, he doesn't really need any.
Yeah,
What's it going to get him? And let's be honest. I don't feel like that's the kind of publicity he needs.
No,
His SpaceX is his thing. He's done some amazing stuff with that.
no
And I
fucking
think we've
head.
talked about it before.
Yeah.
Where he landed that rocket. That was insane.
That's a game changer.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the. I don't think people understand how the level of achievement that is.
Yeah.
That's up there with discovering of the nuclear bombs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's way up, and which I think some people would think is bad, but it's actually had plenty of good things that came out of that
From a
research.
physics point of view, it's
Yeah.
super cool that we can do that.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
a-
Unfortunately, the way some
scientific
people have
view.
used it is not.
Yeah,
good.
just from a
Yeah.
pure scientific
Right.
achievement.
But that achievement is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do his
either.
accent. But Tesla, whatever. It is
Yeah.
what it is. I don't care about Tesla cars
No.
very much, but I
That's
don't know.
my dream car.
I don't care about
Right
cars.
now.
So
That's fair.
cars don't do anything for me. You ask me what my dream car is, I have no idea.
Really?
It's probably going to be a basic truck,
Yeah.
like an F-150 or something.
I was gonna say like a nice F-250. Yeah.
No, that's probably too big.
too big for
Yeah.
you. I like a 250.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't want the 350 because
Bill wants to make sure he's not that guy taking up
Yeah.
all of a parking spot.
Yeah, the F-250 tends to be too long in my
Yeah.
opinion. You have to take up two parking spots. But anyway, so I really don't have any opinions.
So you like a 6-foot bed, not an 8-foot bed?
I guess.
I think you can get both on both. I think you can get an F-150 with a 6-foot and a 250 with a
I
6-foot.
see now you're beyond my ken, man. I have no
Okay,
idea what
sorry,
the hell
man.
you're talking about.
Sorry.
My least favorite.
I said basic.
Yeah.
Truck.
Good call.
My least favorite game to play in life is that I'm in a parking spot, and at some point since I left my car, the largest vehicle you can imagine is parked next to it, and now I have to play this game of backing out, being like, I'm not going to be able to see a car coming, not going to see him coming.
And
Not
for anybody who
gonna
doesn't
see him
realize, Kendall drives a box.
Yeah, I drive a tiny little like.
It's literally a box.
It's a go-kart pretending to be
What
a
is
car.
it? What is the Scion?
It's a Scion
Cube?
XB.
Oh yeah, Scion XB.
Yeah.
It's literally square.
It's square.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
cube.
rectangular.
Cube is what I should
It's the latest in like 1600s aerodynamic technology
Yes.
for a carriage with like a lawnmower in it.
Yes,
Powered.
imagine driving a sailboat sideways
Yeah.
down the highway.
Right.
That's what it looks like.
So yeah, like backing out of stuff, I'll be like, well, I can't see him coming. Can't
Yeah, I'm
see him
not a
coming,
fan of
can't
that
see him
either.
coming, and inevitably, like I'll like just about to be pull out, and then somebody will just like appear and be like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
So
where'd
the
that car
solution,
come from?" Yeah,
it's a kind of a pain in the butt,
Uh-huh.
but just back in when you park.
even still,
Well, it'll fix it. I mean, you'll have to come out just a little bit, but
yeah,
it'll solve that problem. That's why I actually back in every time I park.
it's so much work.
It is work. Or you can get the spot where you can pull straight through.
Gonna pull through.
That's the dream.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else. Man.
I got nothing else. Kendall, what do you have? Anything? Any amazing stuff?
Nope.
All
Like I
right.
said earlier, though, I bet DC wins that fight.
All right. So
It's
Kendall's
too
calling
far
it now.
out.
DC
It's
versus
too far
Brock.
out
He's
for me to
calling
make a
it.
pick. I
If
gotta
it
let-
even happens.
Yeah.
Because DC has to fight who first?
He doesn't have to fight anybody.
But
He
I think his
chose to
intention
fight
is-
Shogun.
Yeah.
Talk about
That's that light
Wait,
lady, though.
what?
Right?
yeah. Well, he's believe it or not, Shogun is
I'm amazed.
somewhere between like 7 and 5.
How is that guy not
in
in
the
Bellator?
rankings.
That amazes me.
Yeah,
He could fight. He could fight Machida one more time.
yeah. How old is Shogun?
Hey, you know what? I did see this.
I actually
and
think he's not
I
that
need to
old.
know.
I think he's just ring years.
Is it
good
true
call.
that Chuck Liddell is going to fight Tito again?
Oh God, it's signed.
That is hilarious to me. Is this another Bellator fight?
It's not
No,
Bellator.
this
Bellator's
is-
not picking up that
So
garbage.
Oscar De La Hoya
Okay.
has decided to start doing MMA fights, and his first MMA event he's going to put on is going to be Chuck Tito 3.
That's terrible.
Yeah, dude.
He's picking up right where the UFC left off 2 decades ago.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
All right. Well,
Yeah, so that's real.
that we'll more to come on that, I guess.
A guy who's lost his
All
mental
I saw was like I
versus
saw
a
this
guy who
thing.
never had him.
I saw this meme, and it wasn't even a meme. It was just a video of Chuck like shadow boxing, or no, he was just hitting pads,
Yeah,
and like it was in preparation for this fight, and someone's like, can't they at least give him the right like branded rash guard? And he's wearing like a UFC rash guard.
nice, nice.
UFC's probably gonna come out and be like, you can't wear that for your
Yeah.
promos, dude. All right,
Yeah.
guys, but that's all I got. Ed, how can people get a hold of us?
Man, there's so many ways. There's no excuse not to. You can find us on Facebook at Black Belt Tips,
Okay.
blackbelttips@gmail.com.
All right.
You're on the Twitters,
Sort of. I
Sort of.
am at top level GJJ.
Eddie Jiu-Jitsu 33.
All right.
And I believe that's it. Am I forgetting one?
I don't think so.
All
You
right.
said blackbelttips@gmail.com.
I did.
That's probably the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Kendall, thanks for being on today. Sorry we delayed your sandwich eating.
I'll be
Yeah.
okay.
It's looked very delicious this
It
entire
has.
time. Not going to
I'm
lie.
going to enjoy it all the more for
It
all
looks
the
like it's a
staring I'm
turkey
doing.
sandwich of
It
some
is.
sort.
It is. It's turkey with coconut and mango.
Is that a ciabatta bread it's on there?
Sure, that's something I'll believe if you tell me it.
Okay, we're going to call it ciabatta bread.
It's got some ciabatta bread and turkey and mango coconut.
Yeah.
Guys,
Which doesn't sound good on paper, but it's actually pretty good.
I'm Bill Jones here with Ed Whitney, and we're out.